I managed to get in top tier shape as a young man, and this wouldn't have been possible if I didn't track my progress in the gym. Tracking your progress is literally so important, because if not, how are you going to even know that you are making progress and that you are going to see results if you're not improving? And there was a time in my fitness journey where I didn't focus on tracking my progress. And this probably lasted from, I think it was 6 months or a year with this period. And this period, I didn't care a lot about tracking. I didn't care about pushing more than I did last time. And that was the time in the gym where I saw the least amount of progress. I saw the least amount. And I didn't care about, when I was going for a run, I didn't care about, okay, I did a 16 minutes run last time. Okay, now I'm gonna try to do 15 minutes. Like, I didn't care about the tracking. I just cared about, I was gonna go through the motions and do the exercises, do the workout. And that was it. And that was when I saw the least amount of results in my fitness journey. So I'm gonna teach you how to track for running and for the gym. Okay, so first with the running, then it's quite easy. Okay, if you're going for a long run, then you can just put on a timer when you start, and you can just finish the timer when you're done, right? If you're running a 3K or 5K or whatever you're running, okay? Or you can just use Strava, very good app. And if you're doing sprints for cardio, which I absolutely recommend, then you can track it in a few different ways, okay? So you can see, for example, how many sprints you did last time. Let's say you did 7 sprints last time with 1 minute break in between. Then you can do 8 sprints next time. And you have increased the volume of your cardio, of your sprints. And you can also, maybe you can decrease the rest time. Maybe you have to start with 1 minute and 30 seconds rest in between. You can take that down to 1 minute, and you can slowly progress and increase your difficulty like that. Or you can even go from flat ground sprints to incline sprints. Very, very easy to do. Just find a hill or just go on a treadmill and do this, okay? Or you can even track how fast you're running in your sprints, okay? So you see, okay, I did 10 seconds sprint on 40 meter or whatever it was, okay? And then next time you can try to do it on 9.5 seconds, right? But when you're in the gym, this is a little bit different, okay? So it seems like way too few people are tracking their progress. And if they are tracking their progress, they're not doing it correctly. So a lot of people, they don't know how to exactly track their progress in their weightlifting journey, okay? And so I have one method that has truly worked for me. There's others that kind of work, but there's only one method that has truly worked for me. And this is the most simple way to actually track your progress. And this is not the advice that most people are probably going to give. I imagine that most people, they're going to say like have 3 sets, and you're going to track number 1 and number 2 and number 3. And then you're trying to increase both number 1, number 2 and number 3. And like, bro, this is not good advice, because most people, they're doing their first set at like maybe 85% intensity, because they're like saving up a little bit of energy for the second set and maybe the third set. And then they're like pushing towards the end, then they're pushing to the max. But I'm not doing it like that. I'm going to absolute failure, going 100% on the first set, because I only track the first set of the exercise. That's the only thing I focus on. And so if I push to the absolute max on the first set, then I know for sure that like I used all my energy. This is what I have. Like, this is the strength that I have now, okay? So then if you're doing 16 kilos with 11 reps last time, with like you went to failure, you couldn't do the 12, then now you're gonna push to absolute limits to get that 12 rep. And if you can, get that 13 rep, obviously. But that's how you progress it, because if you're not doing that, then you're going to be like, okay, I'm going to save a bit of energy here, and by accident you might do 95% of intensity one time. By accident you were going to do maybe like 85. So then you did a little bit more reps on the first set, and then you did less reps on the second and third because you were more fatigued. So then it's like, bro, it's just a mess, right? But with my method, you don't care about, I have 2 sets, okay? And I don't care about the second set. That's just to get a little bit more volume and just make sure that you're truly like hitting that muscle group. Okay, so I only track the first set. The second set, I don't care if I have to go down by 10 kilos on the bench press and go down with like, go from 12 reps to 6 reps on the second set. I don't care about it because I only track the first set. So some people use notes to write down these things, but I like to use an app called Strong. You can see very easily your previous weight and reps, and you can see, okay, I'm going to do that, but just 1 more rep or 2 more kilos or whatever than last time. So it's very easy to track your progress that way. And if you want my full help on how to get in top tier shape as a young man, where I will teach you everything I know about fitness and how to get in top tier shape in your physique and your cardio, you can check the link down below. Literally, tracking is so important, because if you're not tracking, how can you know that you're actually making progress? How can you know, right? If you're not tracking your 3K run, how can you know that you're actually improving your cardio? It's just on a feeling, right? But you have to see, okay, I did 17 minutes on the 3K run last time. Okay, now I did 16 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, that's 30-second increase, okay? You have to track your progress in your cardio and in the gym, in your lifting weights. You have to do that and train really hard. Because going to failure is knowing that you pushed to the absolute limits, that you couldn't push more. And that's such a good feeling. And again, if you want my full help and get more detailed information about how to get in top tier shape, and you want help by me, you can check the link down below. I'll literally answer all the questions that you're going to have about fitness, about, okay, how am I going to eat right? How am I going to mix having good cardio and having a good physique? I'll teach you all about it. It's in the course. It's linked in the description. It's a pre-sale right now. You can check it out if you want. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.